all our guests. It's a straight question which we're raising today. Are we, as a society, do we as a society really have the solution to deal with coronavirus? Let's go to our location and let's find out what do our guests say. We got a whole range of doctors as well today. We got people who are, well, patients, not patients, they're parents, and I hope that they don't end up becoming patients. Dr. K.K. Agarwal from the Indian Medical Association is here, well-known doctor. Dr. साहब, बहुत ही मुझे एक दुखद अभी जानकारी प्राप्त हुई है. And frankly, it scares me, and I want all of you to know this. Preet Medico's owner is telling me that he's run out of stock, sir. He's run out of stock of hand sanitizers and face masks. So क्या किया जाए, sir?
The mistake is of the government. As a president of Confederation of Medical Association of Asia and Oceania, a month back I have written to the government that this situation may come. Kindly.
You wrote to the government?
Yes. Kindly price cap all essential items which may be required if corona comes in India. That includes personal protection, that includes masks, that includes sanitizer, that's one.
Right.
Number two, sanitizer is being misused as a name. Simple soap and water is sufficient.
Simple soap and water
Is sufficient, and that too when you are using your nose or your eyes. That's all.
So this is very bad, sir. Sir, tell me one thing, sir. You know, I mean, it's kind of windy right now. Now, I'll give myself as an example.
इससे कोरोना नहीं आएगा.
नहीं, मैं कुछ और कह रहा हूँ, सर. अब हो सब कुछ लोगों की ना हमारी आदत होती है कि we like to touch our eyes, right? We like to just touch our nose. We're not picking our nose, but we're touching our nose, right?
That has to be prevented. Therefore, those people जिनको आदत होती है, उनको हम बोलते हैं सर्जिकल मास्क पहनो, जो ₹1 का आता है. और अगर आप उसको अगर आप उसको भी अवेलेबल नहीं करा पा रहे, तो वो सरकार की गलती है.
सर, ये तो मतलब फिर हम कहाँ जाएंगे? मतलब अगर सरकार तो कह रही है, आज तो देखिए आज प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय में मीटिंग हुई है. आई एम टोल्ड पीके मिश्रा प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी हैज हेल्ड कर रहे हैं.
कल रात तक इन्होंने इंडियन मेडिकल एसोसिएशन को अभी तक नहीं बुलाया.
नहीं, वो सर अब आज पॉलिटिक्स की बात नहीं करते ना. आज
मैं ये बात नहीं कर रहा.
मतलब मेडिकल एसोसिएशन को नहीं बुलाया, उसके थोड़ा मतलब कोई भी
everybody has to work together. See, private sector, government sector has to work together. So therefore, what I am trying to say कि अब एक दो लोग संस्थाएं अलग-अलग काम ना करने के बदले सबको मिल के काम करना है.
Where do you stand on this one?
No, I fully agree that these kind of crises, when it happens, government can't do it alone. It has to be a partnership. It has to be a kind of a very quick, prompt, efficiently managed partnership to build awareness. To give these kind of information, which just now Dr. Agarwal mentioned, in terms of the simple mechanisms or methods which people, common man must know, and they must know and be able to practice it immediately.
Okay, I'll come to the practice part, sir, in a moment. Since Dr. Agarwal and you, both of you, are of the same view that the government is not doing enough. Now, I'd like to believe, and that's what I'm trying to tell all our viewers also, I'd like to believe that the government is doing its job. Government is discharging its responsibility. What has the government done? The Prime Minister has tweeted that he's not celebrating Holi, no Holi party, no Holi Milan. Amit Shah is tweeting the same point. Jagat Gadda is asking for the same thing. That try and cut down your public engagement. Anything which is avoidable, your travel, Amit Shah, in fact, I'm told, has cancelled a rally as well, which was supposed to take place in Hyderabad. But is that what will help us in terms of dealing with this coronavirus? There is a helpline. There is a helpline number which has been put up by the government. And this number is there on the Prime Minister's own Twitter handle. It's there on Harshvardhan's Twitter handle. It's there on the Health Ministry's website. But is this number which promises to give you help, should you end up developing signs of coronavirus, does it actually help you? My colleague Runjun Sharma thought in terms of dialing up this number. And let's find out what Runjun figured out. What was the net result of this dialing of this number, of this helpline which has been created by the government?
The coronavirus helpline number given by the Health Ministry is 23978046. We're trying to call the helpline number.
आपके द्वारा डायल किया गया नंबर अभी व्यस्त है. कृपया कुछ समय पश्चात प्रयास करें. The number you have dialed is.
But the number has been busy for a while.
प्रयास करें. The number you have dialed is currently busy. Please try later. आपके द्वारा डायल किया गया नंबर अभी व्यस्त है. कृपया कुछ समय पश्चात प्रयास करें. The number you have dialed is currently busy. आपके द्वारा डायल किया गया नंबर
Still busy. It's been over 15 minutes and it's continuously saying that the helpline number is busy.
आपके द्वारा डायल किया गया नंबर अभी व्यस्त है। कृपया कुछ समय पश्चात प्रयास करें।
Now after 15 minutes we've gotten through the number, but nobody seems to be answering. This is the second time the number is ringing and no one's answered yet. Third time, no answer.
आप जिस व्यक्ति को कॉल कर रहे हैं वह उत्तर नहीं दे रहा है। कृपया कुछ समय पश्चात कॉल करें।
The number you're calling is not answering, so the helpline number for coronavirus is not very helpful. For all the people who must be in panic calling the helpline number for the health ministry, please answer. With camera person Nizam Ansari in New Delhi, I'm Runshi Sharma.
This is the problem. Now, do we say that, oh, we're just an overpopulated country? Is that why when you will dial this number, helpline, which is supposed to be giving you with instantaneous help, you don't get through? Now, I've stored this number, you know, Bijon, what I'm going to do, I'll keep dialing this number. I put this on the loudspeaker. Let's see whether somebody picks it up. But where does a citizen go?
No, I can only wish you luck.
It's ringing. It's ringing.
I can wish you luck. My only issue is that today the processes, the systems are not accountable to the citizens. And that is what the biggest fear of a citizen is.
It's
that,
ringing,
that if I get into trouble, how do I reach out? How do I get help? How do I ensure that I'll get some prompt help? Everything is being assured, but it's not being provided. You know, that's the biggest issue, and that is why we are all worried about. That if supposing, God forbid, it comes in a big way in our country.
What do we do?
What do we do?
What do we do?
What do we do?
That is why we say is a governance failure, again and again, governance failure.
But sir, you know, I'm looking at, can I read out these press releases which are being sent by none less than the Prime Minister's office, and these are, you know, these are very, very detailed press releases. Now, either I say that the government has got this completely wrong, that the government just doesn't know what to do. Look at, you know, whether it's Delhi government or it's central government, all kinds of, you know, steps being spoken about. Look at what's been stated. Let me read this. Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister today chairs an interministerial meeting to review preparedness in response to the coronavirus issue. Meeting was the latest in a series of individuals who've been busy doing stock taking. And look at the kind of people, the number of people who've all attended this meeting. From the Cabinet Secretary to the Foreign Secretary, Secretaries of Ministries of Health, Civil Aviation, Information, Broadcasting, Shipping, Tourism. The whole government.
My question
And yet a simple phone not being picked up.
government is sitting with all these meetings, but has the word of decisions gone down the route? No. That is why we say governance failure. Again and again we say, because the administration is not at all bothered about it.
Dr. Ruby is a parent and a doctor herself. I'm just trying to understand, ma'am. Are we being slightly uncharitable here to the government?
Well, I would not like to remark on that. I'll be very honest with you. I would just put across my apprehensions as a parent.
Sure.
You know, I am not very sure with the exams ending, and this week I'm okay, my child doesn't have to go to the school. But what do I do next week? It's a very tough decision for the government. Also, I understand that whether to continue with the schools or shut them. But as a parent, you understand our plight.
But Dr. Agarwal, please explain to me. I mean, she speaks as a parent, but tell me as a doctor, sir. At what stage would the central government have realized? You know, because this coronavirus report has just been going on and on and on for the last 1 month, if not more. Are we to understand that all these decisions which are being taken, you know, screening all passengers from the airport, could these decisions not have been taken earlier?
See, I started talking about it from 10th of January, almost 2 months back. I am the president of all the Asian countries. We had the first meeting in Malaysia on 18th of January on coronavirus. We have been writing, I have been writing to government every day in the PMO as a suggestion, one suggestion every day. So therefore this cannot happen that government is not aware about it. First of all is Before I say Corona Namaste to everybody because that's the one which is going to protect you from Corona.
What? क्या? Namaste.
Corona Namaste.
नहीं, what is Corona Namaste? अच्छा, करो मतलब करो Namaste.
No, Corona Namaste means
करो
when
ना.
we say
वही मैं कह रहा हूँ. करो ना Namaste.
Yes, when you say Corona Namaste, basically it creates a fear. You do Namaste and you go in there. You do a social 3 feet distance.
Point out, I just went for a cup of tea with some friends and immediately somebody was about to shake hands. And for the first time in my adult life, sir, I had to withdraw.
Yes, absolutely. That is
And Atulji himself his hand was outstretched and I couldn't take that hand.
Remember, public should remember 3 types of patients. Red patients who are infected, to be taken care of, isolated, treated by the government.
I feel like itching my nose. I should.
Yellow, no, absolutely no. You have this, you can do with this.
Okay.
You have yellow patients who are contact with the positive patients. They have to wear masks. They have to be isolated and traced. Number 3 is green. Like us, we need to take normal precautions, which we are supposed to take for any flu. Regarding mortality, remember, up to 10 years, 0 mortality. From up to 40 years of age, 0.2%, 2 per thousand mortality.
So who stands to
80 plus,
let's say be
80 plus 15%.
when the immunity would have come down?
80 plus 15%.
Right.
70 plus, they are almost like 10%. 60 plus 5%.
आज पहले ये बताइए sir, before we come to the mortality part, because in the second part of the program I'm going to play a ground report which I found on a train. I actually traveled on a train. Everybody's speaking about airports and international passengers being screened. Half of us travel, more than half of this country actually travels on trains. And I was absolutely aghast. But it was almost as if the world is moving on and there is nothing called coronavirus which exists. So आप जरा ये बताइए sir कि what are those clear-cut signs, those symbols, which if I spot, I should feel maybe I'm in some dangerous territory.
So the same situation is now going to happen in IPL. प्रधानमंत्री ने जो कहा है कि मैं होली नहीं मनाऊंगा, उससे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट था कि आईपीएल नहीं होगा.
आईपीएल को भी बंद होना चाहिए
इस वक्त में, पोस्टपोन होना चाहिए इसके साथ में. जहां तक सिम्टम्स का सवाल है, इस वक्त में कोरोना को भूल जाओ.
अच्छा एक मिनट, let's ask two people. You've heard of the coronavirus, sir? Yeah. What are you doing to deal with the coronavirus?
I think more hygienic conditions.
Hygienic conditions. How do you define? क्या कर रही हैं आप? Which you would not be doing earlier.
We always keep hand sanitizer in our bag and wash my hands.
By the way, Preet Medicals tells me that hand sanitizers people have run out. Stores have run out of hand sanitizers, but you have your hand sanitizer.
I have. And I don't shake hands.
You're not shaking hands?
No.
So if I was to namaste, you won't shake my hands today?
We are going back to the traditional way of greeting.
Yeah, I think Indian way is most.
का नाम है कोरोना नमस्ते.
कोरोना नमस्ते.
हाँ ये कोरोना नमस्ते.
सब लोगों को नमस्ते ही करना चाहिए.
हाँ और सबसे अच्छा यही है.
आप लोग you live in Delhi?
हम लोग तो अभी पोस्टिंग नेपाल में है.
अच्छा. But you're traveling.
In Kathmandu.
Yeah, but how is this corona outbreak? How is it impacting your lives? Tell me. Are you all concerned? Look at the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, top bigwigs of this government have all decided that they will not be celebrating Holi this time around. Yeah, are all these steps being taken by you too? Are you cutting down on some of your celebrations or anything?
Yeah.
Public engagement?
Particularly the travel. Yeah.
How are you traveling? I mean, you must be using public transport in some way.
Sometimes, like अभी जैसे हम लोग आए थे यहाँ से नेपाल से, तो हम लोग यहाँ पे हम लोग का काफी चेकिंग भी हुआ था. एंड यहाँ
जब आप लोग एयरपोर्ट पे उतरे तो चेकिंग हुआ?
हाँ बिल्कुल हुआ.
जरा बताइए जरा क्या चेक किया? आपका सामान भी चेक किया कि just?
No, I think.
Or you just asked to pass through metal detector?
The body screening was done, I think, on the temperature side. And.
But do you know what is to be done in the unfortunate incident of you developing any sign, any symptom of something going wrong with your body? Do you know what is to be done? How to deal with it?
Just quarantine yourself.
Just quarantine yourself.
Yeah. You should not be getting in touch with other people.
Okay.
Should not be spreading this infection.
Okay. So you're a good citizen. My namaste to you. And enjoy your evening while we do it. मैं तो खाली यही पूछ रहा था. देखिए इन लोगों से कि लोगों ने ना अपने हिसाब से अपना solution निकाल लिया है. Which you can say, well, people in India have a जुगाड़ू solution, but that cannot be a long-term solution.
Yes. जहाँ तक सिम्टम्स का सवाल है, किसी भी आदमी को कभी भी पूरे साल तक अगर आपको बुखार के साथ खांसी है, इग्नोर ना करें. ये टीबी भी हो सकती है, कोरोना भी हो सकता है, स्वाइन फ्लू भी हो सकता है. जुकाम है तो 4% चांसेस हैं कोरोना के और 96% चांसेस है कि ये फ्लू है. रिमेंबर, जिस उम्र में कोरोना डेंजरस है 60 प्लस उनको फ्लू भी डेंजरस है।
उन सबको फ्लू भी डेंजरस है।
इसलिए हमें जनरल प्रिकॉशंस लेनी है कि जो आदमी खांस रहा है, चिल्ला रहा है, गा रहा है, मेरे से 3 फुट दूर रहे।
अब ये भी बड़ी मजेदार बात है, 3 फुट दूर रहे इन अ कंट्री लाइक इंडिया, यू नो वेयर द डेंसिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इज वेयर इट इज। नहीं वो तो ठीक है सर, ठीक है, खान मार्केट में बड़ी जगह है, हम सब 3-3 फुट की दूरी पे हम लोग रह सकते हैं।
WHO के साथ में मीटिंग हो रही थी, हमारे यहाँ पे इंटरनेशनल मीटिंग हो रही थी, वहाँ मैंने यही सवाल पूछा कि अगर पेशेंट मेरे पास में खांसी का आता है तो मैं क्या प्रिकॉशंस लूं। उनका भी आंसर यही था कि पेशेंट और डॉक्टर के बीच में जो टेबल का डिस्टेंस है वो नॉर्मली 3 फुट होना चाहिए।
पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम, हाउ पब्लिक विल ट्रेवल, हाउ पब्लिक विल गैदर ऑन द
DTC बस, मेट्रो
लाइन। अगर किसी को खांसी है, जुकाम है,
तो क्या सर बस से बाहर ढूंढना करना?
अगर उसको बुखार, हर बस में, हर पब्लिक प्लेस में मास्क पड़े होने चाहिए कि अगर खांसी है तो इमीडिएटली मास्क दे दो।
ये आपकी ये न्यूयॉर्क सिटी नहीं है सर, दिस इज नॉट न्यूयॉर्क।
अगर आप ऐसा नहीं करेंगे
बस ही नहीं चल पाएगी सर।
तो मैं बातचीत कर रहा हूँ, ये ड्यूटी स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट की है, पब्लिक प्लेसेस में मास्क रखे। अस्पताल में अगर रिसेप्शन पे आप मास्क नहीं कर रहे तो ये क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी है।
That brings me to the next part of this entire debate, which is this, that for far too long in our country, we have put up with these kind of epidemics. H1N1 ho gaya, we grin and bear it, we take some medicines. Many years back there was a Surat plague, we grin and bear it. Do you think it's possible for us, if I take what Dr. Agarwal is saying, and if he's written to the central government, almost a month back?
Every day I'm writing
a month back?
Yes,
yeah,
2 months back.
2 months back. If he writes 2 months back, and it takes the principal secretary today after 2 months to start sitting on deliberations, is there a mechanism, is there a legal mechanism in this country in which you can seek redressal, legal redressal from the government of India?
course, I mean legal. You see, as per our constitution, we all have the right, you know, and we can seek legal redressal, which we keep doing. We go and intervene before the court only to seek a direction, because we don't want to do anything which is illegal. So we go as per law, and we make the government.
No, please tell me. Suppose one patient of Dr. Agarwal ends up contracting this virus, right? Now that person may say, no, this is not like AIDS or anything. No, this is, well, it's in the air. Now whose responsibility is it to ensure that I get clean air? It's a government's responsibility. Can that patient think in terms of getting some legal redressal mechanism?
Yes, of course you can. You see, but unfortunately in our country the law of tort is not that proactive. But some of the benches has been. No, it's not that it's not feasible. It is feasible, provided we all come together to take it to its logical end.
Why do you say it's not feasible?
Well, what all will you cover? You know, a simple ailment like a fever and a cough. Who would prove that this is corona or
Anyway,
not?
IPC 270 very clearly, negligent act. If you are spreading any infection which is very highly contagious, it is imprisonment. But that will happen to me if I am a corona positive.
First I should know that I am a corona positive person.
If I am a corona positive and willfully I am not taking precautions, then 270 is applicable.
Right.
If government knows that they should do something, and if they don't do to prevent the infection, 270 is also applicable to the government.
Atulji, what can citizens